Hello friends, another Independence Day is upon us and it is again time to reflect on what kind of country we are. Today, as we observe yet another Independence Day of this beautiful nation of which we all are part of, let us look at what was the idea of India that our forefathers dreamt of. When the ruling dispensation of this country is busy in showing off visible patriotism or nationalism, let us today look back at the idea of India upon which the founding fathers of the nation wanted to form it. When around the world freedom struggles took the route of violence and bloodshed, we as a nation opted for the way of non-violence along with going to arms whenever required. After independence, we chose to be a democracy, the same democracy which has given a sigh of relief to those who belong from the historically deprived classes, the same democracy which has allowed them to break the shackles of caste system and oppression and come forward in Indian society to some extent. Today in this video, let us see at what is this idea of India. Before moving ahead, please subscribe to the Upfront and press the bell icon to get notification of all our videos. I am Nihal Muhammad and you're watching the Upfront. Our founding fathers like Pandit Nehru and Maulana Azad strongly believed and dedicated themselves to the idea which the poet Raghupati Sahai Firaq Gorakhpuri described in this immortal couplet, Sarzameen Hind par akware alam ke firaq, kafile aate gaye aur Hindustan banta raha. On the soil of Hindustan or Firaq, caravan from all over the world kept coming and so was Hindustan made. India is not the country that was formed in 1947. It was there for centuries. This idea of peaceful coexistence of people belonging to different religions, regions, language and other diversities was not something new to India. When the Italian nation was created in the second half of the 19th century out of a mosaic of principalities and statelets, one Italian nationalist wrote, and I quote, "We have created Italy, now all we need to do is to create Italians." But when decades later India got independence, none of its leaders made such a statement because it was not required, as India and the Indians had existed for millennia. I say this because we find traces of patriotism and the idea of India in the works of great poet Amir Khusro, who lived in the 13th-14th century even before the Mughals came. The sense of being a part of and not the other in the land of the seven rivers that emanates in Khusro's works reflects the nature of the society that flourished during the 14th century India, where Khusro can easily go on to mention the Brahmins, the Hindus, the Muslims and himself in one vein of being people of the Hind. But yeah, after independence this idea deepened. After this, a Keralite Muslim felt allegiance to a Kashmiri Pandit, that is Pandit Nehru, ruling from Delhi. We started raising slogans of unity in diversity with all our might. It wouldn't be an exaggeration if I say unity in diversity is the most famous and highly used slogan in India. We as a nation have grown considerably in the last 75 years. The words of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru regarding India is as follows, and I quote, "It is a country held together by strong but invisible thread. It is a myth and an idea, a dream and a vision, and yet very real and present and pervasive." Unquote. It is now on us that we make this idea of India a reality. The idea of India which guarantees the rights to all its citizens irrespective of the identity which they hold. The idea of India is of people who believe in inclusiveness and not in exclusiveness. The idea of India is about the nation where 33 languages are spoken by more than 1 million people. The idea of India is about inclusiveness of all religions and not about eliminating religions. As Mahatma Gandhi rightly put it, and I quote, "The essence of true religious teaching is that one should serve and befriend all." Unquote. Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, was a champion of communal harmony and wanted all Indians, be they of any religion, to unite against the colonial government. He never found serious differences between the Hindus and Muslims and other minority communities like the Christians and the Sikhs or Parsis. Gandhiji saw an inviolable harmony existing in all creation enshrined in all religions, and it was this principle that led him to accord equal respect to all faiths. He stressed upon universal peace, brotherhood and reverence for all life. This is the principle and idea on which India believes. As Dr. Shashi Tharoor writes about the idea of India, it is the idea of an everlasting land emerging from an ancient civilization united by a shared history. He says that India is like a thali where each dish tastes completely different, but when they come together they complement each other to make a satisfying meal. The beauty of Indian pluralism is that you can be a good Hindu, a good Muslim, a good Christian, a good Keralite, a good Kannadiga and a good Indian all at once. But it is not that everything is picture perfect today. We see that the idea of India today is divided on religious lines and hate is growing. In such a situation, let us today pledge to protect pluralism and the idea of India of which our forefathers dreamt of. India's founding fathers wrote a constitution for their dreams. We have given passports to their ideals. They are also challenged by the majoritarian triumphalism of those in power who prefer to discard diversity and pluralism as relics of the past and to affirm instead an alternative idea of India as a Hindu Rashtra. The struggle for India's soul is still being waged. We must remain faithful to our founding values of the 20th century if we are to conquer the 21st. I end with the excerpt of the very first speech delivered in independent India, that is the Tryst with Destiny by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and I quote, "The ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe every tear from every eye. That may be beyond us, but so long as there are tears and suffering, so long our work will not be over." Unquote. That's it for today. If you like the content we provide, please subscribe to the Upfront and press the bell icon to get notification of all our updates. Please share our videos and educate others. Thank you. Jai Hind.